Alright guys, so today I went to the plot this morning, did a lot of work there. I shot a video of that. You may or may not have seen that already. Hopefully you have. But now I need to get home, or I've been home for a while. Went out, got some food after that, came back. I'm kind of chilling at home. Finally decided to get out here, and I'm realizing that I need to support this A-frame trellis better just because it's a grade 6. I think that might be why. The A-frame on this one, because it's the 1x2s, and the A-frame on this one, because it's 1x2s, are looking pretty sturdy, although this looks obviously cracked, so we'll see how that does. And I do need to trim back some of this basil. I did a lot of trimming at the plot today, and so I may actually need to do the same thing here, at least with the tomatoes. Definitely trim back some of the basil. I harvested a lot of basil at the plot today, and I need to give this pepper some more breathing space, although it's gone pretty fucking insane. Zucchini's not looking that hot. The Cocoselle, on the other hand, over here is looking much better. We got the smaller green bin because we don't always use the really big one. Or always don't need the really big one. And so we got the small one. My issue right now is this powdery mildew. I've already checked the sprinklers. I've run them a few times. The only thing I can think of is that, and I know the red curry squash, hopefully they got pollinated. I know at the red curry squash at the base is pretty bad with it, and so I think that's why it's just expanding out more, as far as having issues. So I'm getting my pruners. Yes, you should have rubbing alcohol for this. Am I going to do it? Probably not. Actually, I don't like these because they stick. So I think I have my black and red ones in here. It doesn't look like I do. What the fudge? Hold on. Not the ones I wanted to use, but I do have these. Yes, I know these look like hell. I think I'm gonna volunteer sweet potato. Anyway, so I definitely need to trim back the melons and the cucumbers, and the squash, and it's just freaking insane how some of these have gone. And I just trimmed these back maybe a few weeks ago, and it's already coming back. Maybe a month ago, and it's already coming back. It's freaking insane. Well, it's nice to have all the growth. It's kind of a pain in the ass right now. So let's start with these big ass leaves. As far as the squash, let me set you guys up and we'll do a time lapse. Alright, so I went ahead and cleared out a lot of that. I do need to get rid of the yellow on the tomatoes, so this right here can't do anything with it. I think I have my cucumber vines. I still have some powdery mildew I gotta get rid of. I think it's the cucumber vines that are coming over and infecting it. I think that's what it is. And I think just because I have so many freaking cucumber leaves and just vines that they're coming over, it's insane. I've literally just been picking cucumbers as I've been clipping back the vines. Check this out. literally just picked like another 6 or 7 Friday, a couple days ago, out of like in here, and I gave it to my sister because apparently my nephew loves cucumbers. So I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna pull out all the cucumber vines that are trying to go this way, and then just keep the main ones here, and then anything with powdery mildew I'm gonna pull it off. So I think that's what it is, because I've run the drip system a few times, not today, but like this last week. I'm trying to see where the hell there's an overspray like all in this area, and I don't see one. I think part of it is just the fact that it was just so much moisture and everything is so closed up down there that it's causing the powdery mildew here. But I think it's either coming from here and it's giving it to the cucumbers, or it could be the cucumbers bringing it over. I don't know. Fact of the matter is, I'm going to try and get out all the stuff that's infected and try and get it all cleaned up. I may have found the culprit. This guy right here. I pulled up on one of the hoses and it literally came right out. So it wasn't attached to anything. So if that's been like spraying water all over in there, that's why we have all this. I did trim back the hell out of this plant, like insanely. And I took out one of the Persian cucumber plants here because we definitely don't need it. And honestly, hold on, if I don't get another cucumber out of those plants, this is literally all just now. And I still have the other Persian cucumber in there. I do have 2 Armenian cucumbers and a melon plant in here, so we'll see how that is. My only issue now that I'm seeing, obviously hindsight is 2020, is these guys aren't going to let me get in there. But I do actually want to pull out this mom big, and it's not helping my cucumbers or my melons, anything in the cucurbit family over there. Let me go ahead and start this up. Now that I've got the stuff cleared out of the way, I want to see if there's anything else that's shooting up water. So that one is shooting off that way. Is there anything shooting this way? No. I think it was just a combination of way too much stuff in there, and that cucumber plant was literally trying to take over everything over here. And there's a ton of blooms on here. Like insane. These are Siberian cucumbers. Sorry, not Siberian. Persian cucumbers. I am going to want to put something here possibly to hold this up. But if this red curry squash taught me anything, it's that this mofo grows insanely quickly. It's just a ridiculous amount of growth. We're starting in the season. I do want some winter squash, which is essentially what this is the only thing right now that I have as far as winter. I have the green cocos all over there. This ridiculously uninspiring looking thing of a yellow zucchini. I swear to you, zucchinis never do that well for me. I had one zucchini do really well for me one year, and that meant getting like 2 whole freaking yellow or golden zucchinis out of it. I don't remember what it's called. So now that I've got that out of the way, I'm going to tackle this section here and hopefully trim some of this back. But I know that I'm going to need to get rid of this thing, which I think, because I don't get a whole lot of sun back here, I might actually put it in this bed. All of the mums back here. This section here does get sun. That's why the pansies here are looking pretty beat up. So, total ADD here, ADHD. I need to clean this out so I can put the mums in here. But I can't get to the mums until I get the other ones out of there. Until I get the, what's it called out of there? The trimming back. So, yeah. It's a lot of freaking cucumbers already this season. That's like insane. Those are Persian. So, now my only thing is going to be in my Minnesota midgets aren't looking all that great. But I think the ones that I have at the plot, those mystery plants, that's what I think they are. I'm going to have plenty of Minnesota midgets. The cantaloupes. So I think I'm going to be okay on that. I think I'm going to be okay on the cucumbers. I just want to trim this back and see if we can give them some more life. And I do want the Armenian cucumbers because I really do like those. They were really good the year they did it really well for me at the plot. And now I'm trying to see. Oh, check it out. We have our first Armenian cucumber down there. Can I zoom in on that? Zoom back at it a little. Hold on. There we go. There it is right there. I love those. As much as I love this guy, yeah, we're gonna have to move you for just now at least. And these peppers that Mom bought, these pepper plants. I mean, look at this. These ones from Home Depot. I want them to get to the right color, but holy crap, that's a big ass pepper. Anyway, let me zoom out. I'm gonna try and clip those out. Then I'm gonna try and move that mum, put it into the corner bed over there. But then that means I gotta clean that out too. So, let's start with this. That way I can get all the diseased in here and get that out of here. Because this stuff isn't going into my compost bin. Okay, so I am very happy. We got this thing full. I am very happy with the moves we made. We cleaned it quite a bit up. There is an Armenian cucumber down there. It's not that big yet, so I'm gonna let that get up to size. So that's an Armenian cucumber. This is another Armenian cucumber. I don't see any actual fruit on that one yet. The two middle ones are Charlene melons, but I don't see any melons on those yet. But yeah, I think that's pretty damn good considering I have all these flowers. I don't know, granted, if they're all going to be pollinated, if they're all pollinated, or if a good majority of them were. There's another one in there I can actually grab. I don't know if this one is pollinated because it's turned yellow and it's supposed to be red. So I don't know. I'm going to continue on this one. But I'm very happy to have gotten that cleaned up. I wasn't sure what this video was going to be about. I figured it would be about some kind of cleanup. I understand that these leaves are there to protect the fruit and yada yada yada. It's like in this case, I need you guys to not hold in so much moisture. And I don't know if it's because it's against the wall. It's a south facing wall. So I'm sitting obviously in front of it. So behind me is south. And so it gets a lot of heat from there. And I think with the moisture in the mornings, when the water gets it, it is on a drip system. So it only drips into the soil itself. But I don't know if all that combined with all this growth, if that's what's causing all this powdery mildew. That's what it seems like it would be, but I'm not 100% sure. The last jambu was getting suffocated by the red curry, so I trimmed the hell out of that back. I didn't trim it back as much as I did the last time, so I think it'll come back. Honestly, as long as I get a couple fruit out of it, I'm going to be happy. I would like more than just a couple of fruit, but I do have the honey nuts on here. I'd love to, just so I can get my winter squash fix. Worst case scenario, I can always buy some or always trade some with gardeners. I kind of want to get done with the trimming back before I even touch that one, because that guy, I swear to God, this grass grows like a freaking weed. I literally just trimmed this back like 2 weeks ago. These haven't started dying off just because this side of the bed doesn't get a whole lot of sun. It's really just this side here. That's why the strawberry's doing so well. There's a, what's it called? I'm not even sure what this is. Are these supposed to be strawberries? I've never seen them come up like that. That's weird. I definitely want to clean these out around it. And I may put in some marigolds around it. Just because this little section here, I think that's why the shard is looking kind of beat up. Because it may not be getting enough water. So I'm going to clean that out. This is why when people ask Southern California, hey, how do you guys, or when do you guys pull your pansies? We don't. They do it for us. I definitely still need to get rid of that. The other bananas out of there. The beans in here are freaking or at least the plant is freaking insane. I do want to get rid of the shard. I just don't know how much space I'm going to have in there for really anything else. I do have this other space here, which is where I got rid of the garlic from. And I'm thinking beans. I found out the other day the shard are heavy feeder, so I might do beans here. But I'm like, garlic is a heavy feeder as well, so I might do beans in here, bush beans. And I'm thinking I might end up putting in some more marigolds. Beans, marigolds, and possibly some radishes. The Nagasaki eggplant from Kate is looking really good. But let's, before it gets too dark, let's get this crap cleaned up. Alright, so I did trim back the Alice's Dream. Got lots of tomatoes. It's getting a little dark here. I'll see what I can do with this light in post. But I did trim some of these back. These are the bunches that are like flipping me out as to how many tomatoes we have on these things. It's insane. There's technically 1 cluster, 2 clusters, 3 clusters, 4 clusters. And there's probably more around here somewhere. So the only other thing I will do, that I want to do rather, is literally just harvest basil. Although I might actually, you know what, I'll leave that for tomorrow, because I am working from home tomorrow. So, got a lot of these. And that's going to be it. I got most of the trimming done. I think the only trimming I want to do now is just to take the stuff out of the corner bed over there to transplant in the mums, because they're gotten so freaking big. Hopefully they'll survive a transplant. I want to do it. I might actually do tomorrow on my lunch break, just because. Let me take you guys over there real quick. Just because it's something I just want to get done before it gets ridiculously hot. So as much as I don't want to fuck these up, I'm going to fuck these up. So I'm going to take everything out. I don't have any compost. Oh, I do have that mix of the homemade compost with the other rest of the Big Vigor soil. I might just top it off here just a little, a light coating, and I'm going to put in the mums, and I'll let the mums do their thing. And then in the corner over here, I was thinking of putting in some marigolds, but if those mums get to be massive, I don't think I really need to. And the fact that the mums are growing in full sun, no problem. And I'm actually going to have, I think, only 2 to transplant here. Let's check that real quick. 1 and 2. Because the other 2, and it's weird, this one didn't get that big. Maybe not enough watering. And then this one's in the container, so I'm just leaving that sucker alone. But everything else looks freaking amazing. So let's go ahead and put these back into the bin. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I've got at least 2 videos to edit tonight. This one and the one from the plot today. So, pulled an onion. I found some beans in here when I was cleaning them out. And that big ass pepper, I just ended up picking it because, ooh, now I go losing it. I just picked a big ass pepper because that plant definitely can't support something that freaking massive. And so, it's like, what is it? Just like backyard orchards or whatever. People are like, oh yeah, well, I want a fruit tree. It's like, okay, but you want to keep it trimmed down and you want to keep it at a manageable height. Just because you're not going to want to prune something that is that massive. And they're like, well, I'm losing out on fruit. I'm like, okay, keep it small. And I hear Kevin at Epic Gardening say this all the time. It's just, you don't need 4,000 fruits. I don't need 4,000 pomegranates. I don't need 4,000 papayas. I'm good. Oh, see, this one actually lit up. Oh, and that one back there. There's another one over here. Oh, see, it didn't even light up anymore. What the hell? Anyway, it's like, so you want to keep the stuff like, oh, there it goes. So you want to keep the stuff, oh, it's not dark enough for it yet. Oh, there it goes. Oh, nope, not long enough. You don't need to harvest all this food. And so honestly, that's why if these cucumber plants don't survive, like I've already got at least, I don't know, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, it's like 18 to 20 cucumbers in there. Like, I don't need that much. So if I need to replant, the problem is if you need to replant in the summer, it's going to be hotter than fudge, and it's going to be harder to get them to germinate because it might be too hot. That's the issue. So I'm moving that one, putting it into the back corner. I will be harvesting the basil. I might do it in the morning. I might do the harvesting in the morning. Like on my 15-minute break. Come out here, harvest a bunch of basil because it's early enough in the morning. Or I might actually get up earlier tomorrow. Harvest a bunch of basil. Bring it in. Add it to all the basil that I harvested today at the plot. And then I might actually do the transplanting in the morning as well on my first break. I definitely want to come out early, clean all that bed out, and then I'll plop those in there, and then that way these guys, that's the other thing, that way these guys don't get all that moisture or whatever just kind of hanging out in there. Anyway, now I'm really gonna go. Thank you. I'll go ahead and link another video, probably the one from the plot today, so you guys can go back and watch that one depending on how I put these up. Peace.